Okay, so guys, and let me take a router, and yes, let me take CLI as well. And today we'll study some more configurations. Okay, so we'll study some show commands and then we'll go with some basic configurations. Okay, yes. So would you like to enter the initial dialog? No. Okay, now that we have come into user execution mode, right? So you guys know enable is the command, so and so things, you know it, right? Enable, configure, terminal, you know it. Okay. Now, so now we are in config mode. So as you are done with the basic things, today we'll study the show commands. So first show command, you already know it, show running-config, right? Running configuration. So you can see all the running configuration, whatever is configured. Now that it's a new router, we haven't configured anything, you can't see anything. Means say you haven't set any host names, so the host name will be the default host name, which is the router, and you haven't set any, say, enable password, so you can't see any enable password here. If at all you have configured it, you will see it. Okay, now to see it page by page, I told you you can use spacebar, and to say it line by line, you can press enter. Okay, so again you can see the startup configuration as well using the command show startup -config. Okay, but now I haven't saved it, so there is no startup configuration, and I suppose I've told you how to save it also, right? No. So you can use a command. So suppose I want to save it. Suppose that I'm changing the host name, suppose giraffe. Okay, so I've changed the host name to giraffe. Now if at all you want to save it, say you will give the command, you will go to the privilege execution mode, where you execute the command called write. So after writing, you have saved it. Now show startup-config will make you see the saved configuration. So the host name is giraffe now. So it's now saved, and when you restart the router, this configuration will be loaded. So, and that's why it's called startup configuration. Okay. Now the next show command. So show clock. I suppose we haven't studied these things, right? Okay. So show clock will make you see the clock here. Okay. So this is the system clock or the router's clock. But now you can see 1993, which might be the manufacturing date or whatever it is, the date value which is set, which is predefined. So you can change the clock by using this command. In the privilege execution mode itself, you will execute the command clock space set. Clock space set. Then you will give the clock. Suppose it's 5:40 p.m. So 17:40 5:40 p.m. right? Then today's date is 14 March 2022. Okay, so you have set the clock. Now let me show, or let me again view the clocks. So show clock will make you see 2022 clock, right? So now it's 7 seconds has passed. So after configuration, 7 seconds has passed. You can see the clock is still running now. Okay, and 20 seconds has passed, so it will keep on running now.
70-14 like further time.
Yes. Okay, the time, say I just assigned the time which is now. Okay, the present time. Yes. Okay, so now, so this is how you will set the clock. Okay. Yes. The next show command, shall we?
Yes.
Okay. So the show command, show flash. I've taught you about the flash, right? So show flash command will make you see the flash memory contents. So it's a content, or you can say it's a location. So it will let you see the flash memory contents. Okay, so you can see show flash. You can see the flash memory contents, which is, so this is the iOS file. This is the iOS file. Okay, now you can see here, so .bin is the iOS file or .binary file. Okay, now you can see other files as well, and you can see this is the size of the iOS. Okay, so some bytes will be, they will be having some byte size. Okay, so this will be the size of iOS. So now you can see this much is used, this much is available, and this much is total. You can see all the size or the say flash memory details you can see here by using the command called show flash. Clear? Okay. Now the next command, show let me just see, flash, yes, ARP also you can see. Say suppose if you want to find out the ARP, okay, or if you want to find out, or if you want to see the ARP table, okay, then you will execute the command called show ARP. Okay, so show ARP, here you will not see anything because you don't have any devices connected. Okay, once it is connected and once it starts communicating, this ARP table will be filled. Clear? Okay. The next command, show, say again, flash history, show history. So you can view all the previously executed commands. Show history will make you see the previously executed commands. Okay, again another show command, show interfaces. Okay, if you execute this command show interface, what happens is that all the interface related details you can see. It will be descriptive details, all the descriptive interface details you can see. So if you execute this command show interfaces, okay, you can see the interface related details. Say you got gigabit Ethernet 0/0/0 for this, say this router. Okay, now you can again see, so you can see many details for these are the descriptive details of that interface. Now say if you want to see another details here, say again you can see gigabit Ethernet 0/0/1 details. Okay, then again you can see gigabit Ethernet 0/0/2 details. Okay, so it shows the complete details of all the interfaces. Okay, and again you can see again the brief description also you can see. The brief description of all the interface also you can see by using the command show IP interface brief. Show IP interface brief. Okay, so here when you check, you can see the interface details. So here you can see the interface details, the IP address, the status, and the protocol. So the interface gigabit Ethernet 0/0/0. Okay, and the IP address, we haven't set any IP address to the router interfaces, so this is now unassigned. Okay, then the status is administratively down and the protocol is also down. By default, all the unused interfaces of a router will be made administratively down, so to avoid misuse. Clear? So now let me again tell you, here you got status, you got protocol. Now status can be up and the protocol can also be up. So in this case it will be the interface is said to be in perfectly working condition. Okay, it is in working condition. Now the status can be down, so or the status can be up and the protocol can be down. So this state is called, or in this state can be defined as some L2 issue is there. Some L2 issue is there. Now the status can be down and the protocol can also be down, and this is L1 issue. L1 issue. Now the status can be admin down or administratively down, and the protocol can also be down, and this condition is admin down condition, or we have made the interface intentionally we have made the interface down. Clear? Or purposefully we have made it down, admin down. Okay, so this is the status and protocol details of an interface. Okay, yes. Okay, now guys, yeah, we'll wait. Done. Okay, now guys, now done. Okay. Now let me execute another command. Again, you got different show commands. Okay, all the show commands, you really don't need to go for these other show commands and all. And again, when you study each concept, we'll be going with each show commands. Okay, now you got the next show command, which is show users. This command, show users, it will make you see, or it will let you see the users which are logged into the router. Okay, so you can see through the console, one guy has logged in. Okay, so if you have logged in user using your username and password, then it will show your username here. Clear? Okay. Now the next command is show version. Okay, so in this command, show version will let you see many things, of which the important ones are the router uptime. So it shows the time, okay, the uptime of the router. Now it shows the last reload reason. Okay, the last reload reason. So in case of any errors, if at all the reload has happened because of any errors, you will see here the last reload reason will be maybe because of some errors. This is the error, like that it will show. Okay, now the system image file also you can see. System image file. So the system image file, I told you in the flash, I have showed it to you. This is the flash file, or the binary, or .bin. This is the iOS file. Clear? Okay. Now again, the next thing you can see here is the hardware details. You can see the hardware details. So you can see the processor details and the processor board ID and how many interfaces does this router have. Say the router is having 3 gigabit Ethernet interfaces, and it has, it shows about the non-volatile RAM as well. Okay, or NVRAM details, how much amount of NVRAM is there, and the physical memory and the flash memory details also you can see. And at last you can see the configuration register value. So by default the configuration register value is 0x2102. Clear? Okay, so this is the configuration register value. So again, this command is show version. Okay, so these are the show commands which are now necessary. Okay, so shall we now go to the next one?
Yes.
Okay, now we'll go with the interface commands. So now I told you show IP interface brief command will show you the details, the brief details of the the interface. Okay, now the interface can be assigned with an IP address. So now we'll go inside the interface and we'll see how we can assign the IP and related things. Clear? Okay, so now to configure the interface, we'll first go into the global config. Okay, and now let me tell you. So this is the router. And the router will be having multiple slots. Okay, so this can be considered as a slot here, and this can be considered as another slot here. Okay, and this can be another slot, and this can be another slot. Okay, suppose this is slot 0. This is slot 1, and this is slot 2, and this is slot 3. Okay, now each slot will contain multiple ports. So this can be port 0, and this, suppose it's port 1, this port 2, port 3, port 4, like that. Now this interface can be represented like this: 0/0 means slot number bar port number. Slot 0, that's the first one, and port 0. Okay, similarly for this one, say it is 0/1. It means slot 0 and port, it is first port 1. Okay, now suppose it is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so how will we represent this one? 1/4. Slot number bar port number. Okay, but again, in some cases you may see 0/0/0 as well, right? 3 zeros you will see. So this can be the module number. Module number means, say suppose it will again have a module here, first 0th module, then the first module, like that, and each module will have multiple slot, and each slot will have multiple ports. Clear, guys? Okay, now so you have represented it by using numbers, but again, at first you will represent it that you will enter the type, interface type, whether it is serial interface, whether it is gigabit Ethernet interface, whether it is fast Ethernet interface, like that. You can say, you will mention the interface type first. Okay, so here you can see, so this is how you represent. So first you will mention the interface type. Okay, so whether it is gigabit Ethernet interface, whether it is say fast Ethernet, whether it is serial, like that you will mention. Then you will mention the say module, and say if at all module is there, module / slot / port, or slot number / port number. Clear? Okay, now again let me tell you. So suppose you want to configure this interface, gigabit 0/0/0. If you want to configure that interface, you will go to the config mode, and then you will mention the command interface gigabit Ethernet 0/0/0. This is the command to go inside that particular interface. So you will execute this command, interface gigabit Ethernet. To the config mode you will go and you will execute this command, interface gigabit Ethernet 0/0/0. Okay, yes. Now, so in the config mode, when you execute this one, you can see the prompt has changed to config-if. The prompt has changed to config-if. Then you will mention whatever needs to be mentioned. Say if at all you want to give the IP address, you can give it. Okay, so the command to give IP addresses, you will go to the config-if, and then we'll give the IP address like this. Suppose you want to assign IP address, say the IP address that you want to assign to this interface is suppose 10.0.0.1/24. Then you will mention the command, we'll go to the interface and we'll mention the command IP address. Then we will give the IP address, which is 10.0.0.1. Then instead of the prefix length, you're going to give the subnet mask. Okay, so the subnet mask is for /24. What will be the subnet mask, guys? 255 dot 0.0.0.
0/24.
Who all says it's 255.0.0.0?
55.255.0.0.
So whoever says, we have different answers. Let me check. So some guys say 255.0.0.0. Okay, and say some other says it's 255.255.0.0. And there, what was your answer? 255.255.255.0. Okay, so who all agree with this answer? No one. So I suppose Vaman told this answer, right? Okay, not even Vaman now. And for this one, who says this one?
I go with the third one.
Okay, so who all are saying it's the third one? No, he will not be counted. He will also not be counted. Now, I suppose Raghu was telling the second or the first only. Okay. So you are telling the third. Okay, and you didn't tell anything first, I suppose. Did you tell at first? Okay, so except 1 and 2. Okay, say all of you. So I'll give you say, and I suppose we have 255.255.255.0. Rakesh. Yes, Rakesh. Okay, so the rest of the guys, what shall I give? Imposition. Okay, leave it, guys. So the answer is 255.255.255.0. Clear? So it's the subnet mask of /24. Okay, so 255.255.255.0. Okay, so you have assigned IP address to, yes, the third one, Subhash. Yes. Okay, so you have assigned IP address. So yes, you can, if you want, you can write it down. Okay. Okay, so I was thinking what punishment to give. Can't think of anything. Okay, now for those guys, at least for those 4 guys, I can tell them to stand up maybe, or say like come and sit here or something. Okay, now okay, just joking guys. Now but yeah, now coming back, so IP address you have assigned 10.0.0.1. okay, now if you want to see the IP address, you can execute this command, show IP interface brief. Yes, something?
Show W is missing.
W is missing. Is that necessary?
No, for Cisco routers, even if we give improper name also, it will take correct.
Not improper means incomplete also it will
Take.
take, right? But it's not showing some error. Why? Why guys? Do I need to type SHOW? Yes or no?
I think we should go to the before.
In this mode, it will not work.
In this mode it will not work. Exit must. Okay, thanks guys. So privilege mode. Okay, you can go to privilege mode and execute, or you can execute. Did I tell you this? No. Okay, so suppose that these show commands are need to be executed in the privileged execution mode. Okay, so every time to go out, to exit, and again to come back, it is like harder for me, right? So all the privilege mode or the privileged execution modes I can execute in the inside mode as well. If I give a do in front of it, any command you can execute, any privileged execution mode command you can execute in inside mode by just mentioning a do in front of that command. Clear?
Any show commands or any commands?
Any commands. Okay, means the privileged execution mode commands. Okay, not even the show commands, everything means the even like write also. I told you just now, I told how to say save it, right? So you can save it by executing the command do write. Okay,
Privilege mode.
privilege. So actually this command, any command, the show commands and all needs to be executed in the privileged execution mode. Okay, so but here if you want to execute it, you need to give a do in front of it. Okay, yes, done. Okay, now let me just tell you. So here do show IP interface brief, you can see the interface details. So gigabit Ethernet 0/0/0 is there. Okay, now say it has an IP 10.0.0.1, but again it is down, administratively down. We need to make this interface up. We will make this interface up by giving the command called no shutdown. The command is no shutdown. Okay, so you need to execute no shutdown as well. To make the interface operational, you need to make it as up by giving the command no shutdown. Clear? Okay. Now if you check, so now let me connect it, guys. Only if you connect, the interface will become up, right? So now so let me connect. Suppose that I have some computers. Okay, so I have some computers here, and to these computers, say suppose if you want to interconnect these computers, what we will do is that we will take a switch. Okay, and with the switch we will interconnect it. So the lightning symbol is there, you can say use the connection. So lightning symbol is for connection, so you can interconnect it like this. Okay, and you can, from the switch you can connect it to the router. So this is the connection now. So again let me expand.
Follow on, right? That's inside.
We are searching again.
Yes. So guys, now you can see interface gigabit Ethernet 0/0/0 is up. Okay, and you can see the line protocol is also up. Now if you execute this command, do show IP interface brief or IP in brief, like this also you can execute, you know it, right? So now if I execute this command, you can see the gigabit Ethernet is already assigned with IP 10.0.0.1, and now it has become up bar up state. It has become up bar up state. Clear guys? So these are the basic things that you need to know. And again, in the interface you can configure many things. You can configure the bandwidth if you want to customize the bandwidth. So by default this gigabit Ethernet will be having the bandwidth 1 Gbps, right? So to see that, do show interface gigabit Ethernet 0/0/0. Okay, if you execute this command, you can see this is the descriptive details, okay, of the interfaces. So you can see gigabit Ethernet 0/0/0 is up, and the line protocol is up, and it is connected. And you can see the IP address is 10.0.1/24. This is the IP address of the router's interface. Okay, now you can see the bandwidth. This is 1 Gbps. Okay, so say this is kilobit. When you convert it, say suppose yes, okay, so 1000 kilobit is equal to 1 megabit. Okay, and again 1000 say megabit is equal to 1 gigabit. So that's why it is given say 10⁶ kilobit. Okay, that means 1 gigabit or Gbps. Okay, so when you calculate, it will be 1 Gbps. So if you want to say change the bandwidth, you can mention, you will go to the interface and you will mention the bandwidth as suppose I want to configure it as 100 Mbps. Then I'll be giving, or say suppose instead of 1 Gbps I want to go with 1 Mbps. Then 1 MB is 1000 kbps. Okay, so we'll be giving kbps value only. If you put question mark, you can see this value and it will be of kbps. Okay, so now it will be 1000 kbps, which will be 1 Mbps. Okay, so now if you configure this and if you execute the command, do show, again the command, the same command, do show interface gigabit in 0/0/0. If you execute this command now, yes, where is it? You can see the bandwidth is now, yes, it has reduced to, yes, getting it guys? Any doubts? Clear? Okay, so this is how you're gonna implement it. Okay, now, and again if at all you want to configure this, again you will have many, say if you press the question mark, it will show whatever needs to be configured, it is there. You can configure the bandwidth, you can configure that, you can change the duplex mode, you can change the description also. In the production and all, you will set the description. This interface is connected to so and so department, this interface is connected to so and so, things like that. Okay, so you can give the description and many more things. Okay, now so again if at all you want to exit, you can give exit. Okay, so this is the basic one. Now, so this is, say you have a network here. So here I have configured to gigabit Ethernet 0/0/0. I have configured an IP 10.0.0.1/24. Okay, now so these computers will also be configured with the same IP range. Okay, so here let me configure 10.0.0.2/24 and let me configure here 10.0.0.3/24. Here let me configure 10.0.0.4/24. Shall I?
Yes.
Okay, so here I'll go to the computer, say click the desktop tab, and here 10.0.0.2. okay, and the submask is 255.255.255.0. okay, now for this machine it's 10.0.0.3. so do you want me to expand? Okay, so magnify, yes, Windows plus, thank you for that. Okay, again Windows, oh it's Windows. Okay, so now this is 10.0.0.2. okay, oh 10.0.0.2 is already there. Okay, so 10.0.0.3, 10.0.0.3. 255.255.255.0. Okay, and again we are going to give the IP for the next computer. So here 10.0.0.4 I suppose. Okay, just give me a moment. Yes. Okay, so guys, 10.0.0.4. Okay, so then 255.255.255.0. Okay, I need to configure this one more IP here. Yes, yeah, 10.0.0.2. Okay, so now guys, again, so now let me tell you. So here you got an IP 10.0.0.2.3.4 and here it is .1. Okay, and did I teach you how to configure the IP address in the computer? I mean the physical computer. Right, so I've told you, I suppose I might have already told you, right? We'll go to the command prompt, sorry, not the command prompt, we'll go to run and we'll execute the command ncpa.cpl. You're going to take the network connections and I told you to right click and then configure, right? Okay, so I have told you. So now, so suppose this is the network. So this is the, say suppose we got the Bangalore branch. We got Bangalore branch. So the Bangalore branch will be having multiple computers here. Okay, and the computers will be of the range 10.0.0.0/24 range. Clear? This is the Bangalore branch. Okay, so all these computers have been connected, interconnected using this switch, and from this switch you have connected it to the router. Okay, similarly you will have Mumbai branch as well. You will have Mumbai branch. Okay, so suppose Mumbai branch, this is Mumbai branch. In the Mumbai branch you will have multiple computers. Okay, and what you will do is that you will connect switches. Okay, so you will interconnect it using switches, and then you can interconnect the router, or you can connect to router. Okay, now again, just a moment. Yes, so let me connect it. Yes, so here suppose the network is, okay, so here the network is, suppose the IP is 192.168.10.0/24 network. 192.168.10.0/24 network. So now let me give IP 192.168.10.1 to this gigabit Ethernet 0/0/0. Okay, and I'll be giving IP, this one IP, say 192.168.10.2 IP to this machine. Now here let me give 192.168.10.3, and here let me give 192.168.10.4. Okay, so now again let me give, I'll go to, yes, CLI, then again to the config mode. Okay, interface gigabit Ethernet 0/0/0. Okay, mode into the interface where I'll be giving the IP address 192.168.10.1. As it's 24/24, the submask will be, can't hear you. Who will tell the answer now? Yeah, no. Okay, okay, then Anish will tell. Yes. If it was /25, then what will be the subnet mask? 25/25. Same for /25. Then if it is /25, 254. So guys, I want you to find out the subnet mask of /25. 192, 198, 128. Vaman. We'll start with Vaman. /25. If it is just /25, the prefix link the /25, what will be the subnet mask? How did you get dot 128? After? After last? Last octet? 1 bit will be there. How did you get that to dot 254? I know it's a guessing. Right? I'll see you after the class. Okay? Today that I don't have any work, I'll definitely see you after the class. Okay? Yes. So now slash 25 guys. Any more answers? 120?
8.
Then what will be the subnet mask of slash 26? Sajin will tell.
64.
64. Nope.
120 plus 64.
192.
192. So you can tell me the complete subnet mask.
255.
Whoever is saying will stay back here. Okay, will stay back and will not go home. I'll make you write the imposition and will also give you some treat. Okay. Yes, we have wire at least. Okay. Now, so guys, it is 255 dot 255 dot 255 dot 192 for slash 26. And for 25, let me tell you, slash 25 means 25 bits are network. Say if 25 bits are network, then 25 ones will be there. Right? Say the network portion will be represented using ones and the host portions will be represented using zeros. So network portion, if it becomes 1, all the 25 bits will become 1. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1 dot like that. It will go till 25th bit. So when you try to find out, it will be 255 dot 255 dot 255 dot 128. Clear? Should have asked Susmit also. Okay. Next question to you. Now, so here it is dot 128.
What is 0 and 3?
Sorry. Okay. So I was just asking the question. So here we are actually given slash 24 only. If it is slash 24, then it is not 128. Then it is dot 0 itself. Clear, guys? Okay. Now again.
No shutdown.
Yes, we have to give no shutdown also. By default, it is down. So do show IP interface brief. You can see the interface is administratively down. So you need to make it as up by giving no shutdown command. Clear? Okay. Now, so the interface is up. Okay. Now we'll give the IP address to this computer. So again, say yes. I suppose it is, Hugh has told me control, say Windows plus and Windows minus, right? Okay. For him, I'm just leaving him. Okay. 192 dot 168 dot say 10 dot 2. Okay. And 255 dot 0. Okay. And for the next computer, say the desktop 192.168.10.3. Okay. Now the next one. .192.168.10.4. Okay. So this is how you will set the IP. Okay. Now, so you have set IPs to the router and also to the computers. Okay. Now, so from Bangalore, so this is the Bangalore branch. And this is the Mumbai branch. So from Bangalore to Mumbai you need to connect. Definitely you need to have, or you ought to have the connection between the Bangalore branch and the Mumbai branch. So for that, so Bangalore and Mumbai, it's separated by using, say, what is the distance? I suppose it might be around 200 kilometers, right? 200 or 300, I'm not sure about it. Okay, suppose it is 300 kilometers apart. Okay, now, yes, 600 plus. Okay, whatever. Okay, so let it be 600 plus. Okay, so if it is 600 plus kilometers, say obviously you can't lay the cable not by yourself, right? Say you can't lay the cable from Bangalore to Mumbai. For that you will have to seek some other's help. Yes, you will seek service provider's help. Okay, so you will say you have different service provider. Airtel is a service provider, then Vodafone is a service provider, and yes, Jio is a service provider. So you will approach these service providers and you will tell, say, these service providers like this: I've got a Bangalore branch, this is my location, and I've got a Mumbai branch, this is my Mumbai location. I want to connect from the Bangalore branch to Mumbai branch, and we are going to apply for WAN service. We are going to apply for WAN service, wide area. So if at all you want to connect the Bangalore branch to the Mumbai branch, you are going to apply for the WAN service. So this connection is called WAN connection, wide area network. Okay. Now, so wide area network, let me tell you what happens is that, say, then suppose I have taken Airtel connection. So from my router, say from my serial interface, it will be connected to first the service provider's device. Okay, in your office itself or in our office itself, we'll have a small cabin or we'll have a small cage for the service provider's device. Okay, which will be managed by the service provider only. We will not get into that cage or will not go into that cabin. Okay, so there, say a separate cabin will be there for the service provider device. Now, then from here, we will connect it to the service provider's office. We'll connect it to the service provider's office. So, suppose this is Airtel office in Bangalore. So, this office is called POP. It's called POP or point of presence. Okay, now from this POP, say you will connect to, say, another point of presence. Again, another point of presence. Again, and say these will be in different locations. Okay, finally, it will reach the Mumbai point of presence. Or the Mumbai office of Airtel. Okay, so once you have reached there, and from this Mumbai office, then you will connect it to, say, the ISP device in our office. Okay, so I told you that we have a separate cage for or separate cabin for the ISP device, right, or service provider's device. So here also we'll have a separate cabin or cage for service provider's device, and from that service provider's device we'll connect it to our serial end. Getting it, serial interface. So this is the actual physical connection. But now, say this is the service provider, right? This is the service provider network. So I really don't want to, say, represent the service provider network. So instead, I'll be drawing a zigzag line. Ignoring all the, say, the service provider connections. Clear? So I'll be telling my serial cable is connected to my serial interface is connected to the, say, Mumbai office serial interface by ignoring all the in-between things. Clear? Okay, Satish, feeling sleepy? Just give me 5 moments, I'll give break. Okay, so now guys, say here, so we will connect the serial. Okay, so what you're going to do is that you will connect it, okay, from serial to serial. But I suppose we do not have the serial interface in this router. Let me check. Okay, sorry, 255, yes. Okay, so Rakesh, your reply, just now only I've seen your reply. Okay, so now yes, so here you can check this one and you can see the empty slots only. You can see the empty slots. It doesn't have the serial interface. So if at all, say, you do not have any serial interface, you need to, say, add the serial interface. So before adding the serial interface, you need to turn the router off. Do not turn it off, because all the configurations that we have done will go. So first you need to save it. Okay, so let me save all the configurations by using the command called, we'll go to privilege mode and we'll execute the command called write. Okay, this is the command to save the configuration from the RAM to NVRAM, or save the configuration from, say, the running configuration to startup configuration. Okay, so again we'll do this. Say, suppose we'll exit and we'll, say, give the write command. We have saved it. Okay,
do write working.
Yeah, do write will also work. Say, suppose we have gone to the config mode, configure terminal, say do write, it will also work. Okay, now, so now we can, so whenever you do it, you can, if at all the serial interface is required, you can turn off this interface, I mean the router, and before turning off, say, make sure that you write it, or else whatever configurations you have done will be gone. Okay, now then you can see, so NIM2T you can see here. Okay, so again, say Windows Plus, so you can see the NIM2T here. Okay, I suppose you can see at the back also, right? Okay, so you can click on to this one, or you can drag and drop. Okay, so NIM2T, or you can read this one. So NIM2T is a 2-port multi-protocol synchronous serial. Okay, so this is the serial interface. So you can just drag and drop. Another one you can drag and drop. Okay, then you will turn on the router. You will turn on the router. The same thing we are gonna do. We're gonna do it in. Sorry. Oh God. Yes. No. No. So. Just a moment, guys. Control, no. Windows, yeah. Now it's okay. Yes. So again, the same thing. This time I'm not gonna expand it. Now let me turn off and just add it. Okay, and turn it on. Okay. So now, off. I suppose I've not turned it on. Okay, so let me again check whether all the configurations are there or not, guys. Okay, so our IP interface brief, we have just configured only the IP, right? So it's there. Okay, it's already there, so no worries. Okay, so now you will connect the serial interface. Okay, so you can connect, you can click onto the serial and you can connect the serial 0/1/0 to any interface you can connect. Okay, so here let me again expand. Just give me a moment, guys. Okay. So can you see it? The interfaces now serial 0/1/0 and another. Can you see it clearly at the back? Okay. So now we have connected from one serial to another serial, and you can also give IP address to the serial interface. Okay. So now let me give the IP address as well. So suppose, so here the network is, say this network is 10.0.0.0/24 and this network is 192.168.10.0/24, and here also you have another network. Okay, suppose you are giving say 5.0.0.0/30. Okay, now let me give. So here you can give the IP 5.0.0.1 and here you can give the IP 5.0.0.2. Okay, so now let me give it. So it's serial 0/1/0 at both ends. Okay, so now again the same thing. Interface serial 0/1/0, where you will go to that interface. You can see the prompt has changed to configure if. Then you will give the IP address 5.0.0.1. 255.255.255.252 is for /30. Okay, so now again you will give no shutdown command. So you will make this interface up. Okay, again you're gonna give, say you'll go to this one. Okay, again you will go to interface serial 0/1/0. Then you will give the IP address 5.0.0.2. It's 2. Okay, 255.255.255.252, and you will give no shutdown command. Any doubts? Okay, so these things we are gonna do. So here now we'll cross check whether both the interfaces are configured with the correct IP address and both the interfaces are up or not. Okay, so show IP interface brief. So you can see, yes, so gigabit internet 0/0 is already configured and it is say up bar up. We have already cross checked that. So now the serial 0/1/0 is configured with an IP 5.0.0.1 and it is made up bar up state. Clear? Okay. Similarly, we're going to check the other end, the Mumbai end as well. Show IP interface brief. So you can see again the serial 0/1/0 is configured with the IP 5.0.0.2 and both are up bar up state. Okay. Now, so now you have connected it. Now you have connected. Now let me tell you how to check the connectivity between the machines. We'll check the connectivity between the machines. So let me check the connectivity between this computer to this computer. Okay, from this computer to this computer. So this computer has an IP, sorry, it's 10 dot. Okay, 10.0.0.2 and this having the IP 10.0.0.3. So both are in the same network. Shall we try to communicate?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll go to 10.0.0 to this computer. I'll take the command prompt, and to check the connectivity, we will use a command called ping. It is just like saying hello. If at all I want to check the connectivity with Satish, I'll be telling hello Satish, right? So Satish will be replying back hello sir. So similarly, I'm just gonna ping, or I'm just gonna check the connectivity using the command called ping. So the command is ping space then the IP address to which or to the destination. Okay, to which machine you are trying to test the connectivity, you will give that IP. So the IP is 10.0.0.3, and when executed you can see pinging 10.0.0.3, and you are receiving the reply from 10.0.0.3 as well. That means you have the connectivity from 10.0.0.2 to 10.0.0.3. Clear? So, and you can see here sent 4 packets and received 4 packets. So 0% loss. Our communication is successful. Okay, now we'll check from this machine, we'll check the connectivity from this machine to the router's interface. So the router's interface is having 10.0.0.1 IP. So what we are going to do is that we'll go to this one and we'll mention, say ping 10.0.0.1. Okay, so you are getting the reply 10.0.0.1, you are getting the reply. Clear? Okay, so you have the connectivity between these two computers and from this computer to the router as well. So now again, if at all you want to check the connectivity from the router, you can again use the ping command. First you will go to the privileged execution mode, then we will execute the command called ping. So ping space, the machine is 10.0.0.2. Okay, so if you ping 10.0.0.2, so you are, say the success rate is 100%. 5 packets are sent and 5 packets are received, 5 of 5. Clear? So the ping success rate is 100%. This is how you are gonna check the connectivity. Okay, now let me tell you. Yes, Usman, tell it out. Okay, now so here now we are trying to check the connectivity from this machine which is having the IP 10.0.0.2 to this IP which is having 168.10.2. We are trying to connect check the connectivity between different, say, network. Okay, so we'll go to this machine and we'll type, say, ping 192.160.10.2 and let's see what happens. Okay, so now I'll go to this machine and we'll type ping 192.168.10.2. Okay, let's see what happens. Are you getting the reply?
No.
No.
We won't.
It's shown. Yes, request handout. So let me ask you why you are not getting the reply.
Both are different networks.
Exactly. Both are different network. So to send a packet from one network to another network, what is the process? Vaman. One thing. Nope. Yeah, you are somewhere. Okay, but we didn't discuss those things for now. Okay, so to send packets from one network to another network, routing needs to be done. Routing needs to be done. Only after doing routing you will be able to ping from this computer to this computer. Clear, guys? Okay. So for now that's it. I told you that I'll be giving a break. Okay, but I forgot. I was busy teaching. Okay, so now we'll go for a break. Okay, so now it's 6:32. So 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. Okay, we'll get back by 6:38 p.m. Okay, yes. Okay, So guys, now we have two branches. Okay, we have two branches. Okay, Rakesh. So now, so you have Bangalore branch and you got Mumbai branch. Okay, now you want to connect the Bangalore branch and you have connected it physically, you have connected it, right? So now you want to send the package from the Bangalore branch to Mumbai branch. So for that you need routing. Okay, now, so what you need to do is that you need to do routing. Now let me tell you, so you have two routers, R1 or say R1 and R2. Now the routers have a property, or the routers will maintain a table. It maintains a table. Yes, it's called a routing table. All the router maintains a table called routing table. Okay, so the routing table, it consists of the known routes. It consists of the known routes. Known, K-N-O-W-N, known routes. So now talking about the Bangalore router. Bangalore router knows two routes. It knows two routes, or it is configured with an IP in gig 0/0/0. It is configured with an IP 10.0.0.1/24. So it knows that its gigabit Ethernet 0/0/0 is participating in the network 10.0.0.0/24. Okay, 10.0.0.0. Okay, /24. So this network is known to him. Okay, Nico, here or gone somewhere? Okay, somewhere he say somewhere he went somewhere. Okay, now your say the serial 0/1/0. Okay, so in serial 0/1/0 we have configured an IP 5.0.0.1/30. Okay, so it is in the network 5.0.0.0/30 network. So the router knows, say it is already configured with an IP 5.0.0.1, so it knows the 5.network 5.0.0.0/30 is connected to serial 0/1/0. So these two routes will be in the routing table of this Bangalore router. Shall we see the routing table?
Yes.
Okay, to view the routing table, you got the command, we'll go to the router's privilege execution mode. We'll go to router's privilege execution mode. So we'll go to the privilege execution mode and we'll execute the command called show IP route. Okay, show IP route. Okay, and you can see the routing table. You got two routes. The first route is 5.0.0.0/30. Okay, and it is directly connected to serial 0/1/0. Okay, now you have another network, say 10.0.0.0/24 is directly connected to gigabit Ethernet 0/0/0. So C here means directly connected. You can see C here means directly connected, and L it means just the IP. Okay, the local IP which is configured. Okay, so 5.0.0.0 is the network which is connected to serial 0/1/0, and 10.0.0.0/24 is connected to gigabit Ethernet 0/0/0. So this route has two routes in its routing table. Okay, so now again let me take the snipping tool so that I can draw it. So this is it, and let me draw the routing table for R1, or for suppose this is the Bangalore router. This is the Bangalore router. Okay, just give me a moment. For Bangalore router. Okay, it has got two networks. What is the network here? Say yes, the network is 10.0.0.0/24. It is connected via which interface? A gigabit Ethernet 0/0/0. Here. Okay, and it's directly connected, so it says C. Okay, now the next network is 5. So 5.0.0.0/30 connected via serial 0/1/0. It's also directly connected C. Okay, now you got another network here, another router here, which is say Mumbai router. the same thing. Say the Mumbai router also consists of a routing table, and it consists of two networks. So this network is say 5.0.0 network. Okay, so 5.0.0.0/30 network is connected via serial 0/1/0. At the last, everyone's okay? Okay. Now, and the next, say you got another network which is 192.168.10.0/24. It is connected via yes, gigabit Ethernet 0/0/0. Okay, so just give me a moment, guys. This is the routing table. So now again, let me. Okay. Yes, guys. Okay. Now, shall we? Paka? Okay. Now, so you got now. So let me again tell you what happens when you try to ping from this computer to this computer. So from this computer, say 10.002 to 10.003, when you pinged, you got the reply. Let me tell you what happens. So when you try to ping from 10.002 to 10.003, the packet will be having the source IP, which is 10.002, and the destination IP will be, what will be the destination IP, Sajin? 10.003. Sure. Okay. So now, so 10.003. Okay. So here, both are in the same network. If both are in the same network, then they'll be sending the packets. You know it. Only in the different network you need routing. Right. So suppose, now let me tell you. So what happens if he is sending, say 10.002 is sending the packet to 192.168.10.2. Okay, this IP. Okay, so both are in different network. Both are in different network. If both are in different network, this computer, or if at all this computer is sending a packet to or to an IP in different network, it should be set with a gateway address. It should be set with a gateway address. So you all have your home, right? Say in your home, say suppose this is your home. Okay, so if at all you want to go, so this is your plot. Suppose this is your plot. So if at all you want to go to your outside world, you will have the gate. Through the gate, you will go to the outside world. Same concept here. Okay, so here you have your network. This is your plot. So if at all you want to go outside your plot, you will go through this router only, right? So through this router's gigabit Ethernet 0/0/0, which is the gateway of these computers. Getting it? So you will have to set the gateway first. Okay, so now what will be the gateway here? For this computer, this one and this one, the gateway will be the IP address of this router, this Bangalore router's gigabit Ethernet 0/0/0. Okay, and what is the IP? The IP is 10.0.0.1. Okay, so we'll set the gateway IP for these computers. Okay, so what we are going to do is we'll go to this say the computer, then we'll be like, say again, okay, say Windows plus. Okay, so again we are going to go to this computer where we'll be mentioning the gateway IP as 10.0.0.1. You can see the default gateway here. Okay, we'll be giving 10.0.0.1. Okay, now again the next computer, again the same thing. We're gonna go and we're gonna give 10.0.0.1. Okay, backspace 1. Again to the another computer also we'll go and we'll give 10.0.0.1. Similarly, yes, for these computers also we'll give the gateway. And could you please guess, or at least if you can guess, okay, what will be the gateway for these machines?
190.10.1.
10 dot? 192.168.10.1. 1. Let me tell you. Say for these machines. So again, for these machines, let me draw and tell you. For these machines, the network is 192.168.10.0/24. Okay, so again, this has got an IP 192.168.10.1, this has got an IP 10.2, 10.3 and 10.4. If at all these computers want to send the packet to the outside world or want to send the packet to any other network, it has to go through the gateway, which will be this interface IP, the router's interface IP. Okay, so the gateway will usually be the router's interface IP to which these machines are connected. Clear?
Yeah.
Okay, Paka. Okay, so now, so here for these computers, the gateway IP will be 192.168.10.1. Clear? Okay, so let me configure Sajin. Okay, so 192.168.10.1. Again, here also the same 192.168.10.1 and 192.168.10.1. Okay. Now that you have set the gateway. Okay. So now let us check whether this computer is communicating to this computer or not. Okay. So again, I'll go to this computer. And again, I'll try to ping. So previous time when we try to ping, say ping 192.168.10.2, it is getting request timed out. Okay. Now let us see what happens when you try to ping to the other machine. It says something, right? What does it say? So you are trying to ping to 192.168.10.2, the computer in the Mumbai branch, but you are getting the reply from 10.0.0.1, which is this router's IP. This is 10.0.0.1. Okay, so whenever you are trying to ping to this computer or whenever you are trying to ping to the outside world or this computer, then the router is replying back. Why is it replying back? Why the router is replying back, guys? Sorry? Yes. Yes.
Network does not recognize the other one.
Okay, let me tell you. So here, what happens is that when you send, say, when you send the packet from this machine to this machine, so what will be the source IP? 10.0.0.2. This is the source machine and that will be the source IP. The IP address of that machine will be the source IP. Okay, and the destination IP, what will be the destination IP? 192.168.10.2, the IP of PC3. Both are in different network. So if both are in different network, now this computer know if at all he wants to send a packet to different network, he has to send the packet to the gateway router's interface. So he will send the packet to the router's interface. Now let me tell you what the router will do is that the router will check the destination IP. It will check the destination IP. So 192.168.10.2. This IP is known to him or not. This IP is known to him or not. Or you can say the router will check whether this IP is in his routing table or this network is in his routing table or not. So does Bangalore branch has this Bangalore router?
No.
Does this have this network in the routing table?
No.
Yes or no?
No.
No. You can see it has got 10 dot network and 5 dot network in its routing table, but not 192.168 dot network. So what happens is that he will reply back, I don't know the destination. Clear? Okay, and that is what you can see here. Say the destination. So let me take it. The destination host unreachable. I don't know the destination. It is unreachable. Clear? So what you need to do is that you need to mention 192.168.10.0 network to the Bangalore router. Okay? Or you need to define the unknown routes to the router. You need to define the unknown routes to the router. So by routing we mean, say you need to define the unknown routes to the router. Getting it? So what will be the unknown route for Mumbai branch?
10.1.
I heard some 192. 198.
10 is
1, 2, 3, third one. Okay, so I suppose we have what do you say, a comedy in Malayalam, right? No, that's like, so one guy will ask for 1 vade and he will get 3 vade. Okay. So now it's 3 vada for you. Okay. So you can correlate that vada. So online guys, it's like okay. Now guys, yes, coming back. So here, so Bangalore branch, it doesn't know about, the 192 network, 192.168.10.0 network. It doesn't know about 192.168.10.0 network. Okay, so this 192.168.10.0 network needs to be mentioned in Bangalore branch. Now Mumbai branch knows 5.network and 192.168.10. network. It doesn't know 10.0.0.0 network. Clear? So we need to mention 10.0.0.0/24 network to Mumbai branch. That is because that is unknown network to him. Clear? Okay. Now the unknown networks can be mentioned using 2 ways. The unknown networks can be mentioned using 2 ways, or you can say routing is of 2 types. Routing is of 2 types. So the first type is called static routing. It's called static routing. Static routing. In static routing, we will manually define the unknown routes. What we do, we'll manually define the unknown routes. Okay, so sorry. So here the unknown routes, let me just tell you, the unknown route for Bangalore branch is 192.160.10. network. Okay, and the Mumbai branch, the unknown network is 10.0.0.0 network. So we will mention this to router. Manually we will mention it to router. Hello Bangalore router, we got a 192 network, and to go to 192 network you need to go via this interface. Okay, serial 0/1/0 interface. Like that, we'll go to Mumbai router and tell, hello Mumbai router, we got a 10. network, and to send the packets to 10. network, you need to send it via this serial 0/1/0 interface. So we are going to tell it manually. Getting it? Now, the second method is to use certain protocols. It's called dynamic routing. It's called dynamic routing. So in dynamic routing, we'll use some protocols. So what protocol will do is that, say the protocol will share the known routes. It will share the known routes. So now let me tell you, for Mumbai branch, 192.168.10. network is known to him. He knows the network. So he will share it to Bangalore branch. Okay. Then the Bangalore branch knows about the 10. network, 10.0.0.0/24. So he will share this 10. network to Mumbai branch. So they will mutually share their known routes to the other routers. That's what the protocols do. Clear? So now I told you we will use some protocols, and those protocols are called routing protocols. Those protocols are called routing protocols. Okay, we have different routing protocols. We'll come to that, but before that, with routing protocols, what are we sharing? We are sharing the IPv4 routes, or we are sharing the routes. So we are sharing these IPv4 routes, and or maybe IPv6 routes also can be shared. So whatever is shared is called routed protocols. It's called routed protocols or routable protocols. Routable protocols. So we will share the routed protocols or routable protocols by using routing protocols. Clear? So routed or routable protocols, example is IPv4, IPv6. But routing protocols, we have another set of protocols which I'll tell you a little bit later. Getting it, guys? Okay. So now let me come back. So here routing is of 2 types. Static routing, we'll mention the routes manually. Okay, manual. Okay. Now the second type is called dynamic routing. It's called dynamic routing. Okay, now in dynamic routing, say we'll use certain protocols called routing protocols. Okay, Anish, clear? Okay, so Anish, your face seems different. Okay, fourth one. Okay, now, so dynamic routing. So we'll use certain protocols called routing protocols. Okay, so routing protocols are of two types. Routing protocols are of two types. So routing protocols, we got two types of routing protocols. First is called interior routing protocol. Interior routing protocol. And the second one is called exterior routing protocol. Interior routing protocol and exterior routing protocol. Okay. Now in interior routing protocol, you got multiple protocols. Okay. So say first is RIP, a routing information protocol. Then the second one is OSPF, open shortest path first. And EAGRP, enhanced interior gateway routing protocol. These are the examples of interior routing protocol. Okay, and in exterior routing protocol, you got only one example, which is BGP, border gateway protocol. Border gateway protocol. Make it silent. Okay. So now guys, we will be studying, so this is the type of routing. So the routing, static routing and dynamic routing. So dynamic routing will use routing protocols. So routing protocols, we have interior routing protocol and exterior routing protocol. And interior routing protocol, you got three examples: RIP, OSPF, EAGRP. Okay, and exterior routing protocol, you got only a single protocol, which is called BGP. Okay, so now we will be studying the static routing. Okay, this we'll study, and also we'll study the OSPF as well. OSPF. Okay, but RIP and EAGRP I'll try to complete as theory portion. Okay, because even you don't have it in the syllabus, but say if at all they are asking it in the interview, you should be able to tell something. Okay, for that we'll cover the theory portion. Clear? Okay. So now, going to the static routing. So I told you in static routing, we will manually mention the unknown network. Amen. Okay. It's as if, oh God. Right, sure. Okay. Now, so we are going to do the static routing. So now, yes, coming here, what we will do that we'll manually mention the unknown network. Okay. So which is the unknown network for Bangalore router? Mumbai.
192 network.
192. Okay, he's right. Only he's say intended to tell the Bangalore routers network or the Bangalore routers LAN. Right. Okay, that happens. Okay. Now, so 192.168.10.0 network is unknown to him. Okay. So what we are going to do is that we are manually going to mention it. Okay. We'll mention it like this. Say 192.168.10.0/24 network. Okay, and it needs to be, or if at all you need, say to send a packet, it can be sent via this serial 0/1/0, or it is connected via serial 0/1/0. Clear? Okay. Now, so that's the Bangalore router. Okay. Now in Mumbai router, what we'll say in Mumbai router, we'll mention the unknown network, which is 10 dot network. Yes, 10.0 dot. So we'll mention 10.0.0.0/24. Okay, via serial this interface, serial 0/1/0. Okay, at the last I suppose everyone's okay, right? So serial 0/1/0. Okay, and you have statically mentioned, so you will have an alphabet S. You can see an alphabet S. Static routing. Okay, so now shall I configure it on routers?
Yes.
Okay, so now let me go to the Bangalore router. Okay, so this is the Bangalore router. So the Bangalore router, before configuring, you can see it only has 2 directly connected networks. That's it. Okay, now let me configure it. We'll go to the config mode. We'll go to the config mode and we'll mention IP root. Then we'll mention the unknown network, right? So unknown network is for, again, coming back, the unknown network is 192.168.10.0/24. So what we are going to do is that we'll go to the config mode and we'll mention 192.168.10.0. Okay, this is the unknown network. Then we'll mention the subnet mask. It's /24. So subnet mask will be 255.255.255.0. Okay, then we'll mention the exit interface. We'll mention the exit interface, through which interface it is connected. It is connected through serial 0/1/0. So we'll mention that also. Serial 0/1/0. Okay, we'll neglect that those things and for now. Okay, now you can check the routing table. Do show IP route is the command to view the routing table. Okay, so this time, Sachin. Okay, so if you check it, you can see 192.168.10.0/24 is connected to serial 0/1/0, and it is statically mentioned. I told you the alphabet will be yes. So here you can see it is statically mentioned. Clear? Okay. Now the same thing you are going to mention. So this is the command. Say the command is IP root 192.168.10.0, then the the unknown network address, then the subnet mask, then the exit interface. Clear? Okay. Now what we are going to do is that. So now we are going to go to the Mumbai router and mention the 10 dot network here. We are going to mention 10 dot network. So we'll go to the Mumbai router here and we'll mention the unknown network. So the command is IP root. Then the unknown network is 10.0.0.0. As the subnet mask is, as the prefix length is /24, the subnet mask will be 255.255.255.0. And we'll mention the exit interface. So the exit interface, it is serial 0/1/0 itself. Okay, so you will mention serial 0/1/0. Clear, guys?
Yes.
Okay, so this is the command that we are gonna mention it in the Mumbai route. You can note it down as well.
So will you do it in GNS3 also, sir?
Yeah, you can do it in GNS3 as well. The same commands will work in GNS3 also. Okay. Done? Okay. So now let me tell you. So now if you want to send the packets from this computer to this computer. Okay. So the computer, this has an IP, so 10.0.0.2, and this has an IP 192.168.10.2. So the packet, so this is the packet. The packet will be having the source IP 10. Source IP and destination IP. So the source IP will be 10.0.0.2 and the destination IP will be 192.168.10.2. Okay, both are in different network. So the packet will be sent to the gateway, means the packet will be sent to the router. And the router, what he'll check is that he'll check the destination IP. The destination IP is 192.168.10.2. So he'll check whether he knows about the 192.168.10. network in its routing table or not. So he has got 192.168.10. network which is connected to serial 1/0/1/0. So to send the packet to 192.168.10.0, the packet should be sent through this serial interface. So the packet will be sent through this interface. Getting it?
Yes.
Now, so it will be sent through this interface and the packet will reach the Mumbai router. And the Mumbai router will do the same thing. He'll check the destination IP 192.168.10.2, whether he knows about this destination or not. So here it is directly connected. He knows about this network. It is connected to gig 0/0/0. So the packet will be forwarded through gig 0/0/0. Got it? Okay, but so the packet has reached here. That's not the end. So if you send something, you have to get the reply back. So this machine will generate a reply to this machine. So at that time, for say this machine, when it replies back to this one, the source IP will be the IP address of this one, PC3. So the IP source IP will be 192.168.10. Okay, 2. The destination IP 2, second one. Okay, now so the destination IP will be 10.0.0.2. Okay, so the destination IP will be 10.0.0.2. Both are in different network. So the packet will be sent to the gateway. The packet will be sent to this router. Getting it? And router, what will router do, Sajin? Router? Check. Okay, which is the destination? 10.0.0.2. Whether it's there in the routing table or not.
Yeah.
So how is it? Static or directly connected? Whether it's connected statically or whether it's connected dynamically. I mean connected statically. So statically it is mentioned. Right. So okay, we'll come to you also. No worries. Okay. So the destination IP is 10.0.0.2. So the router, the Mumbai router will receive it and will check the destination, whether the destination is present in the routing table or not. It is present in the routing table. So to send the packets to 10. network, it needs to be sent via serial 0/1/0. So it will be sent through this serial 0/1/0 and the Bangalore router will receive it. And Bangalore router will check the same thing. It will check the destination, right? So it will check the destination, which is 10.0.0.2. So 10. network is directly connected to gig 0/0/0. The packet so will be forwarded to through this gig 0/0/0, thereby receiving this machine. Getting it?
Yes.
Any doubts? Any confusions? Anything? Can't hear you. Can't see you and can't hear you. നാളെ തൊട്ട് ഇവിടെ ഇരുന്നോ? ക്ലാസ് തൊട്ടി പോയാ ആ കുഴപ്പമില്ല, ഫ്രണ്ട് ഇരുന്ന കാണില്ലേ? ഓക്കെ സോ ഓക്കെ, നോ വരീസ്. സോ പോകുന്ന വഴി ക്ലാസ് ഒക്കെ ഉണ്ടല്ലോ അല്ലേ? ഓർഡർ ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട്, നാളെ വരുമായിരിക്കും. ബെസ്റ്റ്. Okay guys, so I suppose, okay, so no worries, you can watch the video and tomorrow I'll ask questions. Okay. So guys, here everyone, At the back also. Okay. So Rego was in Wonderland and then he came back. Right. Now, what about online, guys? Are you still in Wonderland or you are still in class? Kavya, Selva, Rakesh, Salman, and Subhash. What about you guys?
That's all.
Got it. Okay. So this is the routing. And we didn't check, guys. Did we ping from this machine to this machine? No. So we'll ping. Okay. So we'll ping. So the last thing is that we'll ping. So previously when we pinged, say the router told the destination is unreachable. Now the router shouldn't tell.
I'm sorry.
Okay. It is. So now the router shouldn't tell it is unreachable. Okay. So now we'll ping. Let us ping 192.168.10.2. Let's see what happens. Yes, you're getting the reply. The first packet may like become lost or something like it may be because of that ARP and all. Okay, so now if you ping, you're gonna get the reply. Right. Okay, if you're pinging to 192.168.10.2, the reply, you're getting the reply. So the reply from 192.168.10.2 and it says yes, everything. So it is replying back to all the packets sent. So 4 are sent and 4 are received and 0 is lost. 0% loss. So that means you have the connectivity from the Bangalore branch to the Mumbai branch. So this is how you establish the connectivity between these two branches. Clear? Okay. So and last thing, so it will tell you the route. If you want to check the route, okay, so instead of ping, instead of this command, you can trace it. You will use trace RT command, trace route or trace RT. If you execute this command trace RT, then the IP, then it will show you the route or show you the path. So it's showing 10.0.0.1, 5.0.0.2, 198.168.10.2. It means it is first going to this one. Okay, 10.0.0.1. Then it will go to this router. Okay, 5.0.0.2. Then finally to our computer, which is 192.168.10.2. Clear, guys?
Yes.
Okay. So this is the routing. Okay, static route. So shall we wind up the class for today then?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So tomorrow, yes, Salman. If you have a doubt.
So what is the TTL 126 that we see?
TTL I have already told you, right? Say the TTL is time to live. Okay, so this TTL means it is time to live. So whenever this computer is sending something, he'll set the value of TTL. TTL is equal to 256 or maybe 128. So whenever this computer is also replying back, say this computer is replying back, he will reply back with TTL 128. So when this router forwards it, he will decrement the TTL value, which is 127. And when this router say forwards it, he will decrement it as 126. And that is why we have got TTL value 126. And I told you that TTL value, why it is used? It is used to avoid the layer 2 loops. Clear?
Yes.
Sir,
Yes, guys. Yes.
hello. Sir,
Yes, Subhash.
sir, why to mention that AC? Sir, why to mention that AC, sir, as we have got IP for router now, sir?
So, guys. Sorry, Subhash, I didn't get you. Can you please repeat it? Subhash, you there?
Sir, why to mention in the router table? Yes, sir, I'm there, sir.
Why to understand?
Hello.
Yes.
Why to mention this AC's serial packet number, sir? We can mention the direct IP address of router.
That also you can mention. No worries. You will study it later. Okay. Yes, I suppose that you were talking about the address, right? I mean the next stop address, if I'm not mistaken. Right? Subhash, you there?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so tomorrow we'll study. No worries. And even you got different
Yes, sir,
types
yes,
of static routing also. One type is that one and the other type is
Okay.
okay, yes. So guys, anything else?
Okay.
Receiving in blue destination gate mention ചെയ്യേണ്ടത്
എന്ത് മെൻഷൻ ചെയ്യണമെന്നോ?
അതായത് ഇപ്പോൾ 5.0.0 ഡയറക്റ്റ്ലി 192.162.1 0.2 മെസ്സേജ്
ഒന്നുകൂടെ പറഞ്ഞേ. You can tell me one more. Yeah, once more.
Last step.
The reply packet, I suppose. Okay, in the reply packet, you can talk in whatever language you want.
Router gateway mention detail.
Gateway mention ചെയ്തിട്ടില്ല. We have already mentioned the gateway. Here, say the gateway is that in the computer, right?
Yes.
In the computer, we have already mentioned. Say you can see it. Say again, Windows plus plus. Okay, so you can see it's already mentioned the gateway. We have already mentioned as 192.168.10.1. It's already mentioned. Okay. So sleeping at that time. Okay. So I suppose that's 6th photo. Okay. Okay, so yes guys, I suppose nobody has any doubts here. Okay, so then I suppose we can wind up the meeting, right? So thank you guys then. Okay, see you tomorrow.